So you recall that there were two journalists, I think Ryan Riley, and I can't remember the second one, who were essentially arrested but without charge and detained and then released because they weren't moving out of McDonald's quick enough. The Ferguson police officer who helped detain that journalist was Justin Cosma. It turns out that he is being sued or was sued in a Missouri federal court for approaching a 12-year-old boy who was checking a mailbox at the end of his driveway in June 2010. Cosma was with Jefferson County Sheriff's Office at the time. The pair asked the boy if he had been playing on a nearby highway. He replied no. Then the officers became confrontational and intimidated the child. They grabbed the boy, choked him around the neck, and threw him to the ground. The 12-year-old was transferred to a medical facility for treatment, but the other officer reported the incident as an assault of law enforcement officer on them and that he was resisting and interfering with an arrest. The county prosecutors refused to issue a juvenile case against the child. And apparently, I don't know what happened with that lawsuit. But
I believe it's going to be heard at the beginning of next year.
Apparently, it's still ongoing. So we get a sense of who these Ferguson police officers are. And we can talk about a couple of bad apples spoiling the whole bunch. But we're forgetting that there's a guy who owns the apple orchard. That's the part of the analogy where it breaks down. It is true, literally true. A bad apple will spoil the whole bunch. It off-gasses, something that will actually create rot in the other apples. It is a systemic failure of an apple orchard that allows multiple bad apples to get into each one of those crates. And that is what we have in Ferguson, and that's what we have in many police departments around the country. A systemic failure. So it's not just about those bad apples. Bad apples do not get into a bin of good apples and stay there by themselves. It's a systemic failure.